Hello everyone, I am Muskan and I am an intern at Webstack Academy in the field of Mern Stack, and I'm presenting the things we have learned so far in the project that is called Homely Hub in this internship. Let's see one by one. First we will start with basics, that is HTML, which is hypertext markup language, which is also called as a building block of the web development. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is a standard language for creating the structure of web pages. It defines how text, images, links, and multimedia are arranged and displayed in the browser. HTML uses tags and elements enclosed with the brackets. What we have to write in the web pages, we will write in this brackets to describe the page content. The page content will be written in these brackets using the tags. We will see them now. The basic structure of HTML document is here. This is how a basic structure of HTML document looked like. Next, we will see the important tags of HTML. First is document tags. Doc type HTML, it defines the document type and the version of HTML which is present at top of the HTML document, which will start, that HTML document will start with this tag. And next is HTML tag, which is a root element that wraps the entire page, and head tag contains metadata, title, links, the pages, the files we have linking, and the scripts, that is JavaScript files, links. Now the title, which defines the page title, which is shown in the browser tab when we run the project. The next tags are structural tags, that is header, navbar, section, article, aside, and footer. Whereas header represents the top section of the page, that is logo, navbar, etc. And navbar contains the navigation links like home, about, services, contact page, and all. Section, which defines a logical section of the content. Article represents the independent self-contained content, and aside tag used for sidebars or additional information, and footer defines the footer of that particular page you are presenting. Next is text formatting tags. Those are H1 to H6. These are called heading tags. With H1 is the largest, whereas H6 is the smallest heading. Next is P tag. P tag is a paragraph tag which is used to write the paragraphs within your web pages, in your web pages. And next is B or strong, which is bold or strong, used to highlight the text, to bold the text, or important text to be shown to the user. And I and EM are italic or emphasized text, which is used to style the text. Underline, break, and HR. These are the text formatting tags of HTML. Next are media and links. Media tags are image, video tags, audio tags. Here is the syntax how we will use the image tag, which displays an image in your web page. The anchor tag, which creates a hyperlink to redirect to the next or some other page or the link, whatever you want to. Video and audio tags are used to feed the videos and audios to your web page. The lists, which contains unordered list, ordered list, or lists. Unordered list contain bullets, whereas ordered list contain numbered list. Next is CSS, which is cascading style sheets. Next concept is CSS. It is used to style and design web pages. It is created using HTML. It defines how HTML elements are displayed, controlling colors, fonts, spacing, layouts, margins, and all. CSS is like a backbone of the HTML. Without it, we can't design our web pages. Whereas using HTML, we can only give a layout to our website, but CSS will design our website according to the user needs. CSS can be applied in three ways: inline CSS, internal CSS, and external CSS. Whereas inline CSS written directly inside the HTML elements like h1, paragraph, and all using the style attributes. Whereas internal CSS is written inside style tags in the head. Whereas external CSS linked using link sheet, and it is written in the separate CSS file. And for afterwards it will linked to the current file which is being displayed in the web. This is the common syntax of a CSS, where we are giving color, font size, and text position for the h1 tag. Here are the important CSS concepts. First concepts, the most important concept in CSS is selectors. First one is element selector, class selector, ID selector, universal selector, attribute selector. Whereas first we will see the element selector. It targets the HTML elements like paragraph tag, div tag, h1 tag. Whereas class selector uses dot before the class name is written, like .btn, and further the CSS would be given. ID selector uses hash before ID name, like hash header, hash button. After that, the CSS will be written for this particular tag. Universal selector applies to all the elements present in the document, which is denoted as asterisk. Using asterisk, we will give this style to the entire page. Attribute selector. It targets elements with specific attributes like input type is text. Using this, we will target the elements. Next is box model, which is a very important concept in CSS. Every HTML element is a rectangular box, consists of content, padding, border, and margin. Layout techniques: flexbox, grid, positioning. First will flexbox, which aligns items horizontally or vertically. Grid divides layout into rows and columns. Positioning, we can give position as static, relative, absolute, fixed, and sticky. Sticky is mainly used for the nav bars, if you want a sticky nav bars and all. And these are properties are used for the positioning. And responsive design. For the responsive design, we will use this syntax like @media, max width 768, body font size 14 pixel. Next is styling properties. Styling properties are color, background, font family, width, height, border, margin, padding, transition, animation for interactive effects. Zend index is to manage stacking order. This is all about CSS. Next, we will see JavaScript. From this JavaScript, we can make our web page attractive and interactable with the user. The JavaScript is a programming language used to add logic, interactivity, and dynamic behavior to the web pages. It can change content, style, structure dynamically through the document object model, which is also called as DOM. Key features. The key features of JavaScript are variables, functions, events, loops and conditions, objects, arrays, DOM manipulation, APIs, and fetching. First, we will see the variables. These variables are var, let, and const. Const is the variable which cannot be changed, let can be changed, and var can be changed, which will store the data, which we will store the data using these variables. Functions, which defines the reusable code blocks we can use wherever we want. We can call them wherever we want using a simple function name what we have given in that function. Events triggered by user actions, click, over, submit. These are the events which will give the interactiveness to the web pages. Loops and conditions control flow of a programs. Loops and conditions are used to control flow of the programs. Object and arrays store and manage complex data. DOM manipulation modify HTML and CSS in real time using the tags like ID, the tags, the element selectors like ID and class. Next is APIs and fetch. Communicate with server data like we are designing a weather application and we want the data, then directly using APIs we can fetch the data dynamically. The basic example of JavaScript is document.getElement by ID button.add event listener. A click event we have added here. The function is alert button clicked. When you click the button, the alert message will come as button clicked. This is what the simple basics syntax of JavaScript. Next is DOM methods. Get element by ID, query selector, create element, append child, inner HTML style, class list. These are the important DOM methods. Advanced features of the JavaScript are ESC syntax, which are arrow functions, template literals like concatenation of two arrays or the things you want to concatenate, and structuring. Promises or async await. Handle asynchronous operations. JSON, JavaScript object notation. Format for data exchange between frontend and backend. Event listener, detect user actions like we have click event, submit event, and all. Local storage, which saves data in browser memory for the further access. Next, we will see React.js. It is a most important part of the whole internship, where from which we have built a project called Homely Hub. React.js is a JavaScript library for building user interfaces. It follows a component-based architecture where each part of UI is usable and independent. It follows a component-based architecture like where each part of UI is reusable, like we are using navbar footer. Like in HTML, we are using navbar and footer for each of our files, like index file, contact file, about us file. But in React.js, we have to create only one file for navbar and footer and whatever which is common in all the web pages, and we just have to append it to use it again. And these are independent and reusable components. React.js uses JSX, that is JavaScript XML, which always writing HTML like code inside JavaScript. Core concept. Components of these React.js is building blocks of a UI. These are the building blocks of UI where we will write all our code. Function, welcome, return, h1. This is the simple syntax of React.js. Properties, we will pass from one component to another component. State, used to store, manage dynamic data within components. Hooks, special functions. Hooks are the special functions like use state, use effect, virtual, use style, and use effect. Use state for state management, use effect for life cycle events or side effects. Virtual DOM efficiently updates only changed elements in the UI. React Router, which enables navigation between pages without reloading. Like in HTML, we are using anchor tag for navigation or redirecting the page. In this, we will use React Routers. First, we have to install these things, then we have to use these things. Next is advantages of this usable components like navbar, footer, as I have said it before. Fast rendering using virtual DOM, easier state management, compatible with backend APIs. The final concept is Mern Stack. What is Mern Stack? Let's see. Mern Stack stands for MongoDB, Express.js, React.js, and Node.js. It is, we can call it as a full form of Mern Stack. It is a full stack JavaScript framework for building complete web applications. MongoDB. MongoDB is a NoSQL database that stores data in JSON like documents. Schema-less, flexible, and scalable. Common commands of MongoDB are insert one, find one, update one, delete one. These are the common commands we will use to insert the data, find the data, update the data, or delete the data. Express.js, it is a backend web framework for Node.js, specifies routing, middleware, and API development, which is used mostly in the backend process to make our process smooth. This is the simple structure example of Express.js. And next is React.js, used for building the front end UI, handles routing, components, and data display dynamically. Next, we will see about the Node.js, a runtime environment for executing JavaScript on a server. Handles backend logics, APIs, and data connections. Working flow of Mern. Here is the working flow of Mern, how it works. Totally, first is front end, which is React. It sends the request to the server, which is for Express.js or Node. Express processes the request and interact with MongoDB, where our data is stored. MongoDB stores and retrieves data and sends it back through the API. React dynamically updates the UI based on the received data, which will dynamically updates the UI, not as in HTML, like we are giving manually the data. Here we will fetch the data from our backend. This is all about the internship, what we have learned and how we have gone through the basics to the advanced level. Next, we will see the project we have done during this internship. Thank you. Hello everyone, I am Muskan and I am now presenting the project we have built during this internship. This is how our project looks like, which is a Homely Hub project. This is the front end folder and this is the back end folder. In the front end folder, in SRC, we have written all the programs, like we have accommodations for each accommodation, home for bookings, payments. We have written code for each and every component in our project to make it responsive and interactive. The CSS part, this is the CSS for all the pages to our project. This is the accommodation.jsx, the JavaScript file. This is for booking, this is for payment, properties, property details, and uses. This is all we have written, we have learned during this projects. This is our main file, where we are going to render our all components. We are going to render our all designings to make it show on the web. This is Let's run this project. First, we have started with manual data. We are giving a manual data using using images and all. Now, then afterwards, we are fetching the data from backend. First, we will see how our project look like, how we have built this project. First, we will connect our backend. CD backend. After entering backend, we will run MongoDB server. It is a bit different from what ma'am has shown us. Next, we will run the backend. We'll connect it to the MongoDB. Yeah, it is connected and it is running on port number 800. We have written code for each and everything. In env file, we have given all the credentials and the public private keys for our backend. As it is running on 8000 port number, we have here given 8000. Now we will run in different terminal. We will run our project front end. npm run dev is a command to run the project. Yeah, this is how our UI looks like when, let's see, when I am hovering over this, it's showing the place name, location and the price. See, each and every card is working. These are the buttons from which we can go for next. Now you want to search some particular place, you can search here, click, and showing Goa, as I have searched Goa here. Now let's log into the website. As we are a new user, first we have to register with our name. Here we register ourselves. After logged in, we can see here our account and the logout button. After going to my account, this is my profile which I have entered during the registration. This is my bookings. I have not yet booked anything, and my accommodation. If I want to add a new place, this is my profile. Let's edit our profile. My name is Lara. My name is Lara. Wait. This is my phone number. I don't want to change my phone number. I just want to change my name. Let's update. Here it has been updated. My name has been updated and I have logged in on 29th October 2025. If I want to change password, I can go for it. Then here are my bookings. Now let's book some place first, and I will pick this place. After clicking on this place, it is showing the place name, place location, and the pictures of the place, and the description, and the what it offers, and the location where we want to, where it is exactly located, and the extra information. Now let's book this. The price of this place is 4,000 per night, and we want this place from October, let's say November 1 to November 15, and the number of kids, guests are 5, and the full name is Lara Wade. And the phone number. And I will book this place. After booking, I will confirm the payment. The place has been booked here in my bookings. This place has been booked here. Now let's book the different place from Goa and go with this and Goa. And I want to book this place after like in 2022 to 2029. The place price is 1000 per night. The number of guests are 2 or 5. And the full name is Lara Wade. I think we have entered the wrong place. Number 5, 1 to 4. There are only 4 guests are available. Proceed with payment, confirm booking, and the place has been booked. After clicking on this, it is showing the booking information like the check-in and check-out timing, check-out dates, and the pictures. Here you can see the pictures after clicking on this. It is the total price of this place for 1 week, and this is how our project look like. We have 16 entities in our backend, so it is showing all 16 entities. As ma'am said, we have dumped the 16 entities into our backend, so it is showing all these things. This is my account. Let's log out, and I will log in here. Password is Lara@123, and I will log in here. See, it's been logged in. Now I will book this place. The start date is from 25th to 28th. Number of guests are 5. No, only 4 guests are allowed in this place. It is restricted to 4, so I can only book for 4 members. My name is Lara John, and the phone number is, and I will book this place. This is showing the check-in time, check-out time, number of guests, and the total number of nights we are staying here, and the total number of amount. And I will proceed with the payment, and it is how it is showing. I will confirm the payment, and it is booked here. The total price here it is showing everything. And during my accommodation process, I will add a new place. I will fill all these entities, upload a picture, and then I will save this. Coming back to our code, this is how it is working. The main file is app.jsx. The main file is app.jsx, where we are rendering our all designs, like giving the routes to the pages, login page, sign up page, profile page, edit profile page. These are the booking routes, payment routes, not found, 404 error routes, accommodation routes. We are importing first first we are importing all this and we are rendering it here after writing some functions. Yeah, it is the project. Thank you ma'am for supporting us, for giving your important time till now. Thank you so much for this. Thank you very much.